Coming up on KOTA Territory News at 5:30, Rapid City Regional Airport sets a new record right off the heels of a 20-year anniversary. Plus, South Dakota's U.S. Attorney lets parents know what they can do to keep their kids safe from child predators. And Attorney General Marty Jackley attends a signing of a bill to tighten regulations on knockoff fentanyl. Your news starts now.
From Skyline Drive, this is KOTA Territory News at 5:30.
Good evening, I'm Jack Cottle. South Dakota Attorney General Marty Jackley has attended a fentanyl-related bill signing at the White House. Jackley was one of 25 attorneys general urging the passage of the HALT Fentanyl Act. The law closes a loophole for knockoff fentanyl, which is made to skirt U.S. law. The knockoff version is often more harmful than prescription fentanyl. Under the bill, fentanyl knockoffs are now classified as Schedule I drugs. Jackley is praising President Trump's signing of the bill. Jackley said in a statement, too many South Dakota families continue to suffer from the impacts of fentanyl. Between January and June of this year, there have been 140 fentanyl-related arrests made in the state. Well, it was a chilly day around KOTA territory, but are we seeing the unseasonable air stick around? Meteorologist Ryan Larmy was in the First Alert Weather Center with a sneak peek at the forecast. I know you have been excited about the gloomy and the dreary out there.
I have. I love it. Clouds, rain, cool air. My favorite kind of weather, Jack. And we did see those clouds keep temperatures on the low today. We only saw a high temperature so far of 57, and that was all the way at midnight. Our Golden West Weather Camp on Main Street in downtown Rapid City, showing people fighting the gloomy skies as we're seeing those temperatures still on the cool side. Plenty of cloud coverage still left over all of KOTA territory, even some fog developing along I-90. Reports of that dense fog between Sundance and Spearfish, so if you are traveling on I-90 from South Dakota into Wyoming, make sure to take it slow. Use your low beams throughout the rest of the evening. Temperatures now in the 50s and 60s. You shouldn't be seeing this in July, but we are. It feels great outside. 54 in Hewlett and Spearfish, 57 in Butte and Faith. Rapid City downtown is at 55, while West Rapid is at 53. So a nice cool evening for us for the middle of July. I'll be talking about when the warm air is supposed to return, all coming up in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Ryan. The murder trial for the woman accused of killing her 7-week-old niece kicked off in 7th Circuit Court today, with each side making their opening statements. 27-year-old Courtney Ann Martinez Martin is accused of killing her 7-week-old niece, Aiko White Eagle, while babysitting her back in November of 2022. Prosecutors said in the trial's opening statements the infant's skull was fractured in 2 locations and said it was not an accident. Martinez Martin's attorney said her client was sleeping and woke up and found the child and said she had nothing to do with the injuries. Martinez Martin pleaded not guilty to charges of second-degree murder and abuse or cruelty to a minor age 7 or younger. If convicted of those charges, she'll face a mandatory minimum of life in prison for the second-degree murder charge and an additional 15-year maximum sentence for abuse of a minor. A Black Hawk man is in the Pennington County Jail after a rollover crash last night. Rapid City police say it happened around 9:10 last night at the intersection of East St. Patrick Street and East St. Joseph. Police say they found the driver, 37-year-old Zach Anderson, a block away at East St. Pat and Campbell. Anderson was arrested for second offense DUI, leaving the scene of an accident, open container, and reckless driving. The U.S. Attorney for South Dakota is warning parents to be vigilant about online child predators. KOTA Territory's Blake Trolley has the story.
U.S. Attorney Allison Ramsdell says her office is frequently prosecuting cases involving child predators targeting children online. Ramsdell is urging parents to be conscientious of their kids' smartphone use.
I would ask them what apps they have. If they have Snapchat, any of those applications where they can send photos are opportunities for criminal subjects to target your children.
Ramsdell specifically is warning about children using their phones in bedrooms, hiding their phones when parents walk in, and deleting their applications or their browser history. Ramsdell says a common pattern is predators pretending to be minors online and befriending unsuspecting kids, then asking for photos, beginning with benign photos, then moving on to more problematic ones.
What I've been really alarmed by is as we go out into the public and talk to middle school students, and we talk to them about how they use Snapchat and other applications, we ask them questions like, how often are you friended by somebody you don't know? Everybody raises their hand. How often are you asked for photos by somebody you don't know? Half the room raises their hand.
Ramsdell says many children who've been targeted often fear they will be in trouble if they come forward. Children are being targeted for photos as there is an international market for them. According to Ramsdell, in many cases, the same set of photos is being sold multiple times. Ramsdell's warnings came during an interview about Hayden Sengwa, a former gymnastics coach in Rapid City, accused of possessing more than 14,000 child sex abuse images and videos. Ramsdell told KOTA Territory News Monday that as of then, no photos of local children have been identified.
If that were to happen, families would be contacted as victims of that crime, and they would be kept private. Their names would not be exposed to the public.
Anybody with information on the case is encouraged to come forward. In Rapid City, Blake Trolley, KOTA Territory News.
A man accused of assaulting his pregnant girlfriend pleads guilty in federal court today. 39-year-old Channing Little White man pleaded guilty to 2 counts of assault resulting in serious bodily injury. The charges stem from incidents starting in May of 2024 when Little White man assaulted his pregnant girlfriend at the time with a lit cigarette, burning her on her upper thigh. In November of 2024, Little White man assaulted her again by hitting her in the face with a metal folding chair, bruising her and damaging her optic nerve. Little White man will be back in federal court September 22nd at 4 p.m. for sentencing. A senior affordable housing complex may be on its way to Rapid City. Today, the city's Legal and Finance Committee recommended approval for a resolution to create a tax increment financing district for the Sunridge Senior Affordable Housing District. The housing project would be located on the 300 block of North Street on the north side of town. Blue Line Development, a Montana-based real estate company that's already helped bring several affordable housing projects to town, including Sagebrush Flats, submitted an application for a tax increment financing district with a little more than $4,635,000 in proposed project costs, including financing. The TIP's purpose is to help with financing for site improvements, which would otherwise be unattainable through traditional sources.
They'll serve seniors in the community that are earning 60% AMI or less. And we're just really excited to be a part of the solution for affordable housing in Rapid City.
And Bowles says Sunridge Apartments would maintain affordability levels for 40 years. The complex would include 38 units for seniors age 55 and above. Rent for 1 bedroom would be $955 with a 2-bedroom price at $1,145 per month. The resolution now moves to the full council for approval on Monday. Rapid City Regional Airport celebrated its 20-year partnership with Allegiant Air last week, and now they have another milestone to celebrate. The airport set a record with 119,178 passengers boarding flights from April through June, the most ever for that time period of any year. That's a 13.3% increase compared to the same period last year. In total, the airport has seen a little more than 196,000 outgoing passengers so far this year, 11.5% more than last year. Rapid City Regional's total passenger traffic for both departures and arrivals in 2025 so far reached nearly 400,000, an 11.6% increase over a year ago. What's another cool and wet day in KOTA territory? Will it warm up anytime soon? We'll tell you what's coming in your accurate First Alert forecast coming up later. But first, Rapid City celebrates the opening of a new bookstore. We'll have the details after the break. A huge line of eager readers waited patiently in the rain this morning as Rapid City's newest bookstore prepared to open its doors. Our Zeta Jones was right there with the crowd at the ribbon cutting and has more.
KOTA Territory welcomed a new hub for book lovers today as Barnes & Noble officially opened its doors, welcoming readers of all ages into its cozy new haven. The new store covers more than 20,000 square feet, filled with a cafe, toys, games, knickknacks, and of course, books.
Books are where it's at, and there has been a resurgence in reading actual books over the digital forms. It's all about the feel, the aesthetic, looking at the cover, seeing what it looks like, feeling it, feeling the texture, knowing I'm halfway through because I can feel how thick the pages are, the feeling of the paper. All of it creates a fantastic experience for me, and that's what I hope I can give to other people.
Barnes & Noble serves over 600 communities in all 50 states, and Anderson says she is excited to bring a business that encapsulates her passion of books to her neighborhood.
We got possession of the building exactly 3 weeks ago, so we have done all of this work from bare shelves to what you see today in 3 weeks. So a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, but we're all super happy and excited to share it all with you.
The bookstore is located in Rushmore Crossing next to TJ Maxx. In 2024, Barnes & Noble opened more new bookstores in a single year than it had the whole decade from 2009 to 2019 and expects to open 60 throughout this year. Reporting in Rapid City, Zeta Jones, KOTA Territory News.
We see an increase in temperature as the sunshine returns. Meteorologist Ryan Larmew has all the details coming up next in your accurate First Alert forecast.
Now, the First Alert forecast with meteorologist Ryan Larmew.
Still a little foggy in downtown Rapid City. We're seeing our Golden West weather cam showing that fog off in the distance, kind of obscuring M Hill back here. But at the surface, we should be fine in terms of that visibility. But there are reports of some of the low visibilities on the ground in other parts of KOTA territory. We're seeing some dense fog in between Sundance and Spearfish along I-90. So if you are traveling that route tonight, make sure to take it slow, use your low beams and or fog lights. Now we are talking about temperatures staying cool all day today. We're still at 55 degrees in town. Clouds remain overhead. We haven't seen a lick of sunshine in Rapid City, and that's kept temperatures everywhere on the cool side. These 50s kind of unheard of for this time of year in July. Look at Custer. They're in the 40s already at 49 degrees. It's a chilly day out there for sure, definitely for July, but we are seeing a few spots making into the low 60s. Phillip at 63 along with Wright. Sheridan's at 62 for some of the warmer spots across KOTA territory. But in the hills, we're seeing the low to mid 50s, 55 in downtown Rapid City, but West Rapid sitting at 53 degrees. That's where some of the fog is happening here in the foothills. So we're talking about that fog possibly throughout the rest of the evening. We're talking about that low cloud coverage, keeping everyone's temperatures on the cooler side, and throughout the evening we're going to stay at this 55, 54 degree mark for much of the rest of the evening. Fog continues for everywhere until around tomorrow morning, and let's plan out what we're expecting as you're heading out the door tomorrow. Temperatures do continue to drop. We'll get to around 50 degrees in Rapid City tonight. Clouds and fog once again to wake up tomorrow. That will be eroding throughout the day tomorrow as we see the morning clouds and fog give way to some sunshine by the afternoon. That'll warm us up to 79 degrees. AM clouds and fog, and then the PM sunshine as we see decreasing cloud coverage throughout the day, but we are breezy throughout the day too. Winds gusting up to 30 miles an hour as we head throughout the rest of the forecast for tomorrow, but we are talking about the possibility of those clouds remaining for tomorrow morning. Here's the hour-by-hour forecast showing those clouds as we head throughout the day tomorrow. Those will be decreasing, moving off towards the north and the east, bringing sunshine towards KOTA territory, which is a nice change from the cool weather that we saw today. An isolated thunderstorm possible in northern South Dakota overnight Thursday into Friday morning, but by Friday afternoon could see a stray storm fire up near the Black Hills. Not too much of a rain chance here for Friday, but overnight Friday into Saturday, this moisture and precipitation going to be moving through KOTA territory, giving us the possibility of some of those storms late in the day on Friday. And by Saturday, we could be seeing a few of those showers and storms hanging around. Some scattered storms are in the forecast for Saturday afternoon. As we head throughout the overnight hours tonight, temperatures very cool. 47 in Deadwood, 46 down in Custer. Rapid City makes it to 50 degrees. The fog will continue, and we are chilly for this time of year. Tomorrow, we warm back up. 70s back in the forecast for most. A few spots even getting into the 80s. 80 degrees in Pine Ridge, 86 over in Sheridan, 85 in Gillette. Sunshine returns by the evening and sticks around with us through the end of the work week, but a few thunderstorms possible in Spearfish and Deadwood for the start of the weekend. Rapid City also seeing that possibility of some thunderstorms on Saturday, but by Sunday, we dry out and we heat up. 93 degrees back in the forecast for us, the 90s for both Sunday and Monday, and then we're back in the 80s for the middle of next week. Jack,
so I'm not going to have to run my furnace tomorrow like I did today.
No, you ran your furnace?
Had to.
I had the windows open last night.
You have issues, though.
I do.
All right. Thank you, Ryan. Well, still ahead in sports, the Rush made another big move with their coaching staff, and a pair of hard hats are having a career year. Noah Miller has that and more in KOTA Sports.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to KOTA Sports. I hope everyone enjoyed the MLB All-Star break and watched an epic finish to the All-Star game last night. But first, a pair of post-22 hard hats players are close to wrapping up their career seasons. A pair of hard hats are having career years. Aiden Roberts just became the co-leader in stolen bases, tying Carter Weavick's record of 106 career stolen bases. And Roberts has been stealing bases all year long, and it feels like he has one just every game. Congrats to Aiden on the accomplishment. And then Wyatt Reeder collected his 100th hit with a home run against Premier West. Reeder becomes the first hard hat to reach 100 hits since Cooper Bowman back in 2018, and just the third hard hat in the last 15 years to do so. Let's take a look at the stats from Wyatt Reeder this season. He has a total of 103 hits, which includes 71 singles, 15 doubles, 12 triples, and 5 home runs. He has been having a heck of a season and isn't over yet. He might get to 125 plus hits. Reeder becoming just the 3rd hard hat to reach 100 hits in a season in the last 15 seasons. Puts him in hard hat history. It will be fun to follow Reeder along the rest of the season and watch him keep collecting those hits. And the Rush announced that they have promoted Peter Dricos to associate coach. Now, you might be wondering, what is an associate coach? Well, an associate coach is someone who is above the assistant coach but below the head coach. If some reason Dave Smith would miss a game, then Peter Dricos would step up and as manager. Dricos stepped up for the Rush back when Scott Burt took his medical leave of absence last season, and team posted a record of 18 wins, 12 losses, and 1 tie over a 3-month period, including an 11-game winning streak. Safe to say the Rush have their guy at head coach, and if Dave Smith needs to miss a game, then Peter Dricos has things under control. Here's what Dave Smith had to say about the coach's responsibilities.
We'll have a standard of excellence and a culture built on hard work, accountability, and a relentless pursuit of excellence. Sometimes that's at 7 a.m., sometimes it's at 7 p.m., right? But it's nonstop 7 days a week to get that. Development is the key. If we provide a great player experience and we develop them on and off the ice and give them the confidence, we can't be stopped. That's our job as coaches, to develop the players in the environment that they're in.
The National High School Rodeo Finals are going on this week. On the barrel racing side of things, Brooke Dietrich finished first place in the round 1 of a time of 17:158. Another nearby names racing in this event was Gabby Irving from Pierre, who placed 47th with a 17:987, and Ariana Hagan from Sturgis, who placed 64th with a time of 18:193. The barrel racing event had 156 girls competing in it, so congrats to these girls for such a high placement, and good luck at Nationals. The Spearfish Sasquatch traveled to Casper to take on the Spuds yesterday for a 4-game series, and last night's game was delayed due to weather, which that game is currently being played. The Sasquatch are up 5-2 on the Spuds in the 8th inning. Their regular scheduled game takes place right after they finish game 1. Start time for game 2 is around 6:30 tonight. I will have their final scores of both of these games tonight at 10. And the Post-22 18U team played yesterday, but their game also got delayed after the 2nd inning due to weather. I haven't heard anything about them making this game up or possibly resuming it, but I do know they were supposed to play the same team today, and their game also got rained out. The Post-22 18U games have been rained out due to weather. I will keep you updated if anything new about them possibly comes out about them playing this game.
All right, thank you, Noah. Unique end of the All-Star game last night.
It was a swing-off. It was pretty interesting to see that and then compare it to the Home Run Derby as well.
All right, thank you very much, Noah. We'll be right back after the break.
I'm Juliana Alford. Be sure to tune into KOTA Territory News at 6 on Fox. South Dakota lawmakers vote to reduce a federal assistance program for families in need.
We're cutting benefits to folks that are at or below 30% of the poverty line.
Plus, why your health insurance options could include higher deductibles. Those stories and more are at 6 on Fox.
Well, nothing says summer like a hot dog, a bun, and a picnic or baseball game. And this is the night to enjoy that because it is National Hot Dog Day. As everyone knows, you can enhance the summertime staple with relish, mustard, and other toppings. The most popular, mustard edges out ketchup, according to the National Hot Dog and Sausage Council. Oh, no. Ketchup beats mustard every day of the week.
Ketchup beats mustard every day on a hot dog.
We got that settled. All right.
Yes.
Now let's settle the weather.
Well, it's going to be cloudy tonight. We're going to
Okay.
continue with the fog. If you see the fog, make sure to slow down. Use your fog lights or your low beams. Temperatures are chilly tonight, 40s and 50s. This is unheard of for some portions of the area in July. Rapid City at 50 degrees. Tonight we warm up. Tomorrow into the 70s, 79 in Rapid City. A few spots make it to the 80-degree mark, including Sheridan, Gillette in the mid-80s. We'll see sunshine return to the area by the afternoon and evening hours. Some good news for us there, and temperatures don't stop warming there. We're in the 90s all the way on Sunday and Monday, so your weather is back in the forecast, Jack.
I just hope we haven't upset the mustard lobby.
I hope not.
All right, that'll do it for us. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you tonight at 10.
Thanks for watching KOTA Territory News, your local news and weather authority.